Well, here we are getting near the end of our class, and I wanted to go over a few things that will be due the last week. First of all, I apologize for any setup that interfered with your submitting assignments. What I wanted to first of all remind you is that the gender discussion that was due on the 18th, you now have a peer review that you need to complete. So if you haven't done that, please take care of that as soon as possible. The next thing I wanted to bring to your attention is that the final has two parts. You'll see on the 25th there's a quiz that's a traditional quiz question final, but you have another part that is over here on the 22nd, the authority, bias, and currency section of the final. So let's take a look at that quickly. If you look at the authority section, and this is a series of 3 discussions. So what you will do is you'll provide your discussion posting, and then after they're due, once they're completed, and I will change this due date to the 23rd. After the 23rd, you'll be given a peer review. So what you're going to do is look at this article, What Facebook Addiction Looks Like in the Brain. If you click the link, it will take you to the article. You need to read the article, and then you're going to critically review it in terms of the authority, in terms of the bias, and in terms of the content. So here's the article. Read through it, and once you've done that, you can then go back to the discussion and post. Here are some of the guidelines, some of the prompts in terms of the first section. You need to look at the article and evaluate it in terms of accuracy and authority. So accuracy has to do with, is the information true, or is it what I'll call fake news? Is it based in research? Is there bibliographies? How do you know where the author got the information? So here are some guidelines to take you through that. You'll also need to comment on the authority. Is the information from a credible source? So I need to reinforce that just because someone has doctor in front of their name does not mean they're an expert on everything. If you have a primary source that is a doctor, look to see what field that doctor is qualified to be speaking on. You wouldn't want somebody who's a heart surgeon necessarily being the person that's talking about bone health. So you need to look at that. And after you go through all of this, you will then post your evaluation. You'll need to then do that for bias on the article. If you go into discussions, you'll see that there is a discussion for the authority, for the bias, and then for the content. And each one, here's bias, each one has a series of prompts and information in terms of how to evaluate it, what you're looking for. All right? So please do that as soon as you can. It's due on Tuesday, and then you will be given a student to do a peer review on, and that will be due on the 25th. Let me know if you have questions.